Hello, everybody, and my name is Adrian Tanase, and I'm a student at Gull Lake High School, and I will be showing you how concatenating strings work in Python. So, let's see really quick. So here I have zoomed into everything so that you, the viewer, can have a better idea of what is happening. This is my mouse right here, so I will be putting that where you need to see it, well, where what I'm talking about is located. So without further ado, let's go. First off, I put hashtag programmer Adrian Tanase, since that is the programmer. The date 9/11/2025. That is the date that I wrote this on, and the program concatenating strings. These are single line commands, and they are just to store like information and stuff like that about it. So here is a first multi-line comment. Concatenating strings. String concatenation is the process of joining two or more strings together, end to end, to form a single new string. This is commonly done in programming using the plus sign operator or dedicated functions like strcat in C, or join in Python for more efficient joining of multiple strings, often requiring non-string data types to be converted to strings first. Casting. In Python, casting refers to the process of converting a value from one data type to another. This is also known as type conversion. Python supports two main types of casting. Alright. So here, I wrote down my first name, Adrian, my last name, Tanase, my age, 14, and the month I was born, January. Now, this will be very important information because we will use it later. So here, hashtag concatenating using the plus operator, as we talked about up here. Print, which means to print it in the terminal. So, like, it's just writing text in the terminal. That's what the print command does. Hello, my name is first name plus last name. I am STRH years old. Next year, I will need STRH plus 1 candles on my cake. Sweet. So I'll run you down everything that happened here. So hello, my name is first name. So here it knows to use, it looks to first name and sees what does that equal. It equals Adrian, so it's going to write down first name there. And plus last name, it looks to last name, sees what there, and sees Tanase, so it's going to put Tanase there. I am STRH years old. Now here, we do this because it is an integer. And we need to write that down, and it takes a different format than like words. So that's why 14 is blue and the other things are green, because one is an integer, the other are variables. So age equals 14. It's going to print that there. I am 14 years old. Next year I will need strH plus 1. This is the reason that we made it a variable and not like this is right here is the reason why we made it an integer and not a variable, so that we could use math like we use here. So age plus 1, that goes to age 14 plus 1, and it's gonna print that there, and it says candles on my cake. Sweet. So, and after that it's going to now concatenating it using the comma operator. It's going to print my name is first name, last name, and I will need age plus 1 candles on my birthday cake. Holy Zambroli. I just put that there because it rhymes and it's something funny to say. So using the comma operator, you just need a comma. It takes way less so using a comma takes way less space than a plus operator would, and that is very important when considering data storage and how it is limited. And it's just way easier to use. All you need to do is add candles, and it takes way less space. So that is how you use the comma operator. Now let's see what running the concatenating strings looks like. Hello, my name is Adrian Tanase. I am 14 years old. Next year, I'll need 15 candles on my cake. Sweet. My name is Adrian Tanase. I'll need 15 candles on my birthday cake. Holy Zambroli. You can see how it takes everything here and puts it in a fluent sentence. And today, I will show you how declaring variables in Python works. So here I have zoomed it in for you. The mouse right here, you can see is circling around. That will always be where located at the topic that I am currently talking about at the moment. So let's get started. Here are the single line comments that identify they identify the programmer, the date that this was made, and the program. Here is a multi-line comment that explains what a variable is. Let's read it. Variable equals, a variable in Python has a name that stores something of value. It's like a container that holds data which you can use throughout your program. declaring a variable equals declaring a variable involves specifying its data type and name, and optionally assigning it an initial value to make it available for use in a program. So that's the end of multi-line comment. We're going to use what it describes in this multi-line comment throughout this video. So, first off, name equals Adrian Tanase. That is the first variable. So, the name variable equals Adrian Tanase, and that is text, so it will use that. Another one, first underscore name equals Adrian Tanase. Now, this is the underscore variable. That is how one way to combine two words into one variable. The other way, last name with a capital N equals Tanase. This is called camel case. It is the other version of how to combine two words into a single variable in Python, and it is I personally prefer to use it. Now look at the other variables that he has here. Age equals 14 and height equals 5.7, since I am 5'7". These are both, well, one is an integer, the other one, 5.7, is a decimal, but these are both numbers and they are blue, so that means they can be used in math, but we are not gonna go into that in this video. So here are the other ones. These are called Boolean expressions, and they just state whether something is true or false. So here it states is student, and that is true, and is teacher, that is false. So that means is that it is true that I am a student, but it is false that I am a teacher. Now let's see it run. So now here I have made the screen smaller so that you can see what happens. So let's run the program. Now here, down here, I'll make it bigger. Well, alright, but in my terminal, which is where what I program goes into, you can see what happens. So prints. So here is calling our variables so that they can be printed. So it says print name, last name, age, height, and is student. So what you students are going to do, first off, it's going to print name, Adrian Tanase, so it's going to write down my name. Then it's going to print last name, Tanase, since that is my last name, my age, 14, my height, 5.7, and is student, which is true. Let's run it. Okay, so now we are about to run the program. Okay, Adrian Tanase, my name, printed my name, which equals Adrian Tanase. Tanase, printed my last name, which equals Tanase. 14, printed my age, which equals 14. 5.7, it printed my height, which equals 5.7, and true. It printed whether I am a student, and that is true. So that is how declaring variables works in Python. Today I will be showing you how to use the if, elif, and else command in Python. Now let's look at our single line comments, which identify the program, and next the multi-line comment. The if, elif, and else statements in Python let your program make decisions like choosing different paths based on if a condition is true or false, Boolean data type. Important notes: you must indent, aka nest, the code inside each block, usually 4 spaces or 1 tab. You can have multiple elif blocks. The else is optional but runs if no other condition is true. If condition 1, hashtag do this if condition is true. Elif condition 2, hashtag do this if condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true. Else, hashtag do this if none of the above options are true. Conditional operators, also called comparison operators, are what make your if statements work. They're used to compare values and they return true or false. Operator meaning example. Here are 2. Well, you can pause the video and look at what all of those mean. Unfortunately, I cannot run through them all because I am short on time. Now, hashtag grading program. This is our actual programmer here. Print what line grade will you receive if line grade equals input, enter your numerical grade. So this means that the user would put in the number that is their grade. If grade was above 90, print you got an A, or was or equal to 90. That's what that little symbol right there means. ELEF grade, which means if the grade was equal to or above 80, print you got a B. ELEF grade was equal to or above 70, print you got a C. ELEF grade equal to or above 60, print you got a D. And else, if no other condition is true, print you got an E, with a sad face right there, because getting an E is very sad. Now let's run it. Alright, let's see. What grade will you receive if enter your numerical grade? Let's just say that I'm a good student and I got a 98. It's going to print you got an A. Now let's run that again. What grade will you receive if, let's say, I was a bit not as good and I got a 67? You got a D. Now if you got an 80 grade, you get a B. A 70 grade, you get a C. And anything under 60, or well, anything under 60, since 100 or above would be A, it would just say that you got an E. Now that is how to use the if, elif, else in Python, and today I will show you how to use an input function in Python. So see, first we have my single line comments up here, which identify when and like what this is and who made it. Now let's start to read the multi-line comment. The input function in Python is a built-in function that allows a program to receive user input from the console. When input is called, the program's execution pauses and waits for the user to type something and press enter. Name equals input. What is your name? The input function always returns a string, so if you want a number, you'll need to cast it using int or float. So that right there describes how the input function works. Now, look, next, here it says print welcome to the Blue Devil app /n. Now /n represents a new line being written. So like if you put the /n, that would mean when you print it, there's going to be a second line under it where it's gonna write everything following. So let's just say print welcome to the Blue Devil app /n, which means new line /t. Please answer the following questions. 2 new lines. First name equals input. What is your first name? Last name equals input. What is your last name? Age equals input. What is your age? And grade equals input. What grade are you in? 9, 10, 11, or 12? Okay, so what this means is that when you print the input, so input means that basically the user has to input a variable, well, input a text, variable, anything, and then that becomes the variable, so that will then be used. Hashtag print first name, last name, age, grade. Now this is single line comment, so this will not be used. Print line welcome first name, last name to the Blue Devil app. I see that you are age, years old, and in grade. I put the TH there because every single number here, if you were going to say it like it would end with TH, like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Grade at Gull Lake High School /n. Now this is going to print the first name, which is what the user puts in, the last name, what the user puts in, the age, what the user puts in, and the grade the user puts in. Now next, the hobby equals input. What is your favorite hobby? So it's also going to ask the user that. Favorite vacation. What was one of your favorite vacations you have been on? Favorite food. What is your favorite food? And then print line Mr. last name. I see that your hobby is hobby and your favorite vacation is favorite vacation. And lastly, your favorite food is favorite food plus a period, since that would be proper grammar. Now let's go and run it. Alright, so let's run it now. Welcome to the Blue Devil app. Please answer the following questions. What is your first name? Adrian. What's your last name? Tanase. What's your age? 14. What grade are you in? 9. Welcome Adrian Tanase to the Blue Devil app. I see that you are 14 years old and in 9th grade at Gullike High School. What is your favorite hobby? Soccer.
Adrian, explain our friend
What is one of your favorite vacations that you have been on? England. December 2024. What is your favorite food? Bacon. Mr. Tanase, I see that your hobby is soccer and that your favorite vacation is England, December 2024, and lastly, your favorite food is bacon. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how the input function works in Python. Today, I will show you how to use a print function in Python. So here are my single line comments, which show the name of the programmer, the date that this was made, and what program this is. Now, let's look at the multi-line comment. What is a print function? A print function is used to print a line of text, characters, and even spaces on a screen. A string is a data store, which is defined inside parentheses by quote marks. Escape keys. /n means a new line, /t means a tab or an indent, /single quote means a single quote, and /double quote means a double quote. Now, let's see what this would mean. Print hello world /n, that would print hello world with a space under it. Print space it is space Tuesday space, and print tab, this is a tab space, print to quote /I like turtles all the live long day. Print, well, that one is empty, so I'm pretty sure that just means an empty line. To print to quote I like turtles all the live long day, this is double quote, and print to quote I like turtles all the live long day. Now let's run it and see what it does. See, here it runs. So it prints it hello world, there's space, it is Tuesday, prints that. This is a tab with a tab above it. To quote I like turtles all live long day, this right here would be a space, and then there are two I like turtles all live long day right next to each other. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how a print function works in Python. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.